Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MCK Global. Solomon, obviously we had you on a couple of weeks ago on IFL, and we got an introduction to yourself and what you believe you'll bring to the sport. How's things going at the moment? Obviously you're sparring Joe Joyce. How's stuff?
All good, man. Just getting good quality rounds in, quality sparring at the minute. So keeping my head down training until I got a fight date for my debut, which should be coming soon.
Do you reckon that'll be before the end of the year?
There's a small chance, but definitely January, but a small chance before the end of the year, if not January.
All right, cool. All good, all good. Well, of course, you know what I'm going to talk to you about today. A very unique person to talk to. You've been sparring both Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. When's the last time you sparred Daniel?
Friday, just gone here.
And now you're in camp with Joe Joyce.
Yeah. I sparred Joe yesterday and tomorrow.
I think your audio's playing up a little bit, Solomon. I don't know whether you're covering something.
Is that any better?
It's better now, yeah. I think a blanket might have been brushing it or something like that.
Yeah, try that now. Is that okay now?
Yeah, we're all good now. I think we're all good. Solomon, talk to me about your sparring with Daniel and also the fact that he doesn't seem to be bothered that you signed with SJAM, you're in camp with Joe Joyce, but you've been sparring Daniel. Do you find it strange that he doesn't mind it?
No, because as a fighter in his mind, he's just got another fight at the end of the day, and he's just putting in the work, sparring. So it shouldn't really bother him, really, because I don't think it's going to have much outcome on the fight. He's just getting good sparring and preparing like any other fight. So it shouldn't really bother him, to be fair.
How's it been for you on a personal note, sparring a world-class fighter in both camps, Joe and Daniel? How's that been for yourself and your progression?
It's a good quality, and just looking at the levels that I'm trying to get to and, emulate. So it's just all quality for me. And that's the level I'm trying to be at, when I get to their stage, big fights and, just showing to myself as well, confidence that I'm mixing at that level already, sparring and competitively, and keeping those standards high.
You've done rounds with Daniel and Joe before, haven't you?
I never actually sparred Daniel before. No, and Joe, I sparred Joe about 4 years ago, just before he left the GB squad and I first got on. I did a few rounds with him on the 1 week and he literally turned over. So long time ago I sparred Joe.
Okay, so let me ask you about Daniel. First time sparring him. You're not going to give too much away, but what were you impressed by mainly?
Yeah, the things that, you see, he's got a great jab. Great jab is his biggest tool. It's solid. Like a lot of people say, his jab is like a solid power shot nearly, He's got a great jab, great balance as well. He's very discreet with what he does defensively, but he's got great balance and timing as well.
Have Martin, the Peacock Gym, and Daniel been all right with you as well? Yeah,
man, they've looked after me really well. I couldn't ask for anything else. They've put me up, fed me, looked after me when I'm sparring, allowed me to join in with their training as well. So, yeah, man, really good camp they got there.
And in terms of Joe, his main criticism is that, when you're watching on television, even ringside when you're live, he gets the nickname Slow Joe and you can see his punches coming off a mile off kind of. But is that the case where when you're in the ring with him, is it much different?
It's different when you're in the ring, it might not look the fastest and sharpest shots, but he's experienced to where the shots are timed that well and it can connect, his jab he'll just touch your head before you even know it. He's got great range, great distance. You might think it's a bit slow, but it'll touch you anyway. And he's got that pressure where it doesn't matter how slow he is. If he's pressing your back, he's going to, hit you with those clubbing shots. He'll walk you down and his presence will overwhelm you. He's very good technically. And the speed factor, it might not look as sharp, but the shots connect you. Good accuracy with the shots and timing.
And when he gets some volume shots off, throwing 5-6 shots at a time, does his power go up as he's throwing them shots, as he's getting his rhythm?
Yeah, he'll roll them off. I don't know if it goes up, but there'll be like 5 or 6 power like the shots won't be like 4 tapping shots and 1 power shot. It'll be four or 5 good clubbing shots, man. He'll club them all in, man. And you gotta be on your A game to try and ride them out or defend. And it's a lot of pressure. He's a good pressure fighter, Joe.
Well, we know Joe's got a brilliant chin. You said he's a very good pressure fighter. Can obviously whack. Look at the size of him. A lot of fighters says he's got brilliant power. And we know Daniel, as you said, unbelievable jab, ferocious power. Where is this fight going to be won and lost for either men? Because it looks like they just have everything in their arsenal. Where do you think Daniel may struggle a bit, and where do you think Joe may struggle a bit, Solomon?
It's a good question, and every week I'm even thinking to myself, is Joe gonna win? Is Daniel gonna win? I'm changing my mind every week, as I'm sparring him. It's gonna be one of those fights where it'll come down, technically, it'll come down to a lot, very close technical battle, before it starts opening up. So I think, that they're going to go off the jab. They've both got great jabs. Joe's got a great jab as well. But I think once they open up, it's who can get the other to open up more, who can unlock the doors more. And then once they get flowing, I think the fight's really going to start burning.
When I ask people about this fight, I normally hate it, when people sit on the fence. But with this one, I can understand, because there literally is. You could make a case of Daniel, and the case of Joe would be as strong.
Yeah, definitely. You can make the case of both. And even me sparring both each week, you get exactly what the strengths are of each, and it's just a matter of how's it going to gel when they come together. How's the pace, the engine of Joe, and the power of Dubois. They both got great technique. It's just how they gel together, really, on the night.
A lot of people have said this is either Dubois early or Joe late in terms of a stoppage for Joe or Joe on points. Is that accurate or is that not?
It can happen, but it's not a guarantee. It's not he'll only win early or Joe will only win late. This fight can go, good few rounds. It could go the distance. I don't think it will go the distance with the power and, the way them two can whack. But it's not just going to be to the script, Dubois early, Joe late, because they both can box. They both can, go through the rounds. And I think it's going to get a good few rounds out of this fight before, something significant happens.
So on the 28th of November, someone is getting knocked out, you believe?
I think so. I can't see it going the distance. If the fight opens up, when they start landing, someone's going to be wobbling, man. Someone's going to be wobbling at least, and then that's going to change the whole fight. I can't see it going the distance.
You've promoted this fight well. Frank should give you a cut.
I know, yeah. I know.
Well, listen, Solomon, best of luck for the rest of camp. I mean, it's closing up now, really. You're sparring with Daniel and Joe. You done?
Yeah. My last spar tomorrow with Joe, and that'll be his last spar of the camp then. And then I can just sit back and watch, man, as a fan. Just do a bit of training and watch the fight, man, and see how it unfolds.
Well, listen, yeah, thanks for your time on IFL. Look forward to a debut date for yourself. And, of course, we look forward to the 28th of November live on BT Sport. Dubois Joyce. Solomon, thank you very much for your time. We'll catch up soon.
Appreciate it, man. See you later.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.